Ever since I started my self-improvement journey, I've been hearing about the word Stoicism, or the concept of a Stoic man. I always thought it was quite interesting, even though I didn't really know what was it until a few months ago. But every time I saw the word Stoicism, it was with a Greek statue and a quote. Finally, when I decided to learn more about this philosophy, it changed my point of view in many things. In case you have any idea about what Stoicism actually is, I'm gonna explain it real quick so we can move on to the next part. In simple words, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the things we can control, our thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions, while accepting the things we cannot control, such as the actions of others or the natural course of events going on in the world around us. Stoicism is based on 4 pillars: wisdom, seek knowledge, cultivate rationality, and make sound judgments based on reason, develop a deep understanding of the nature of reality, and strive for self-improvement, courage, face challenges, adversity, and fear with resilience and bravery. Act in accordance with your values and principles, even in difficult circumstances. Justice. Treat others with fairness, kindness, and empathy. Recognize the inherent worth and dignity of all individuals and uphold moral principles in your interactions and actions. Temperance. Practice self-control, moderation, and discipline. Avoid excess and maintain balance in your desires and actions. Listen, I'm currently reading Meditations, which is one of the best books when it comes to actually understanding a Stoic mind, written by one of the most powerful human beings that has ever existed, Marcus Aurelius, ancient philosopher and Roman emperor. I've been thinking about making a video that can actually help you guys to get into Stoicism. So now that you know more about this subject, I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned practicing this philosophy and how you can actually apply them in your life. Starting with number 1, take responsibility of your life. I've been one of those people that used to blame others for everything that happened in my life. Just complaining. And I know it's a normalized thing to do in modern society. I'm broke. It's because I live in a third world country and the economy sucks. I'm a short guy. There's nothing else I can do to improve myself. I cannot attract women. It's because modern women are only interested in men with money. Those are very real examples of what I used to think. And I know a lot of people have the same kind of thoughts about their lives. But listen, when you actually understand that you have the power to control your own life, you'll realize you can be whatever you want to be. You're probably not living the life you want right now. And let me tell you something. It's not other people's fault. It's your fault. It's your life. Stop blaming others. You cannot change other people's actions, but you can change yours. You and only you can change your life. But first, you gotta step up and take full responsibility for it. Number 2, prioritize self-improvement and avoid mediocrity. In this life, there are 2 kinds of people. The ones who live following mediocrity. This kind of people are okay with being average. They are okay with making enough money to pay the rent, food, and basic stuff. They don't really try to improve themselves because of their lack of discipline and motivation. They spend their free time scrolling on TikTok, maybe watching a little bit of porn. They don't really take care of their body and mental health, but they are completely okay with it. To them, it's the normal way to live, and the ones who live following excellence. This kind of people is in constant improvement. They try to get 1% better every day in every area of their lives. They know how to use their money wisely, and they don't spend it with unnecessary things. They take care of themselves, physically and mentally. They pursue their goals with passion, and as a result, they live an extraordinary life. Now, let me put it like this. You are the greatest project you will ever work on. And if I realized something while practicing Stoicism, is that progress is what fulfills man, not pleasure. I invite you to put your self-improvement as a priority. If you want to live a good and meaningful life, this is the way. Avoiding mediocrity, distractions, pleasure, and indiscipline. Focus on your personal growth and you'll find real happiness and satisfaction in your life. Number 3, don't let your emotions control you. Nowadays, it's completely normal to see people who are controlled by their emotions. Literally in every kind of situation. It's in fact something that society accepts and encourages. It's normal to see a discussion between 2 adults. One of them starts to scream and the other one reacts, screaming as well. But listen, being stoic is known for being calm and kind of cold at times. Not only while having an argument with someone else, but in our daily lives as well. Another normal situation would be if you feel kind of bad, a little unmotivated, and you ask one of your friends for help or advice. Oh, don't worry, love, it's okay to feel down sometimes. Maybe you should try to relax, watch a film, eat ice cream, it'll make you feel better. This could be easily a real life answer. But again, Stoicism says a different thing. Stoicism explains that it's our duty to keep going forward regardless how we feel. It explains that we must maintain calm and serenity so we can analyze with logic any sort of situation. It is not about not having emotions. It's about doing what needs to be done. The emotions will be there. We're human beings. But if you want to apply this philosophy into your life, you must master and control them. In every situation that can appear in your life, you gotta think logically before making your move. The idea is to be rational instead of emotional, remaining calm in the face of the chaos. Remember that. Number 4, focus on what you can control. Now, this bar is kind of similar to the first one, but they are completely different. Now let me explain. You have no idea how much time I've wasted thinking about situations that I don't have control over. For example, my height. I felt so bad in the past because I'm shorter than the average. Like, I literally gave up on improving myself because of it. Because it didn't make sense to me how improving a few things was gonna help me if I was already doomed. Can you imagine? Like, this kind of thing happens to a lot of people all around the world. But listen to me very carefully. There are things that you have literally zero control over. You cannot control what someone else says or does. You cannot control if you were born broke. You cannot control if your father left you. Most of the time, you won't even be able to control whether you are motivated or not. But you can definitely control how you live, how you think, how you react, how you respond, and how you approach things. We talked before about being responsible for your life, right? Which is very important. But actually ignoring what you cannot control is gonna free you in ways that I cannot completely describe. You gotta accept things as they are, see the world as it is, improve what you can improve, help if you can help, and ignore everything else, because if you cannot change it, what's the point? Number 5, be grateful. Gratitude is a big part in the philosophy of Stoicism, and you might underestimate the power and importance of gratitude in your life. I mean, most people do. But if you want to live with virtue and happiness, you must understand that being present right here, right now, appreciating what you have, loving your family as they are, and being self-sufficient is essential. Stoicism invites you to actually be self-aware, appreciate the little things, and be grateful for everything, because life is a moment that can literally disappear anytime. We're not immortals. I mean, we can literally die any day. So we must appreciate every single second we are alive. Number 6, meditation and journaling. Mindfulness, just like gratitude, is essential when it comes to being a Stoic. It's about seeing things as they are. With meditation, we can practice acceptance, allowing what is out of our control to be. It's about controlling your impulses, your ego, maintaining self-awareness, and even learning how to manage your emotions. It's a practice that brings the best out of us. And if you combine it with journaling, the result is a powerful tool. The book I told you I'm currently reading, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, it wasn't meant to be a book in the first place. It actually collected Marcus Aurelius's thoughts he wrote on his journal thousands of years ago. Not precisely to enlighten others, but to help himself to carry the weight of his imperial responsibilities. While reading it, I've understood the importance of writing to live a better life. Like Marcus Aurelius himself used the journal to analyze his mind, to analyze his thoughts and feelings by writing about his own life. And I realized Stoicism and journaling are inseparable from each other. What I do and what I invite you to do is literally the same thing Marcus Aurelius did. Write about your life. Put your thoughts in paper. No one's gonna read it, so see it as a safe space to express yourself. Write your own reflections and ideas for yourself. Just get things out of your head. You'll learn way more about yourself, about your feelings, about your emotions, about your own way to see the world. Take time to analyze your life and think about what you can improve. You literally just need a piece of paper. So there are no economical excuses to do this. So I highly recommend you to start writing. Well, those are 6 steps or principles that you can use to apply Stoicism in your life. I find quite interesting how we can still learn from philosophers who lived thousands of years ago. Listen, the purpose of practicing this philosophy is to reach your destined potential. It's about achieving inner peace and happiness. It's about living with virtue in a world full of chaos. Stoicism is not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey. Always remember, why you started.